Good morning, students. Welcome back. Yesterday we have discussed about what are acids, the basic their definition, and some day-to-day naturally occurring acids which we use in our day-to-day life. Then we studied about how acids are classified on the basis of their sources. So we divided it in two parts, that is organic and inorganic. And organic basically means which can be taken from the plants and animals, generally from plants, so we call them organic. Generally they have carbon and oxygen bonded with them. In mineral acids, except carbonic acid, that is H2CO3, mineral acids are like which can be obtained directly from the minerals, right? So this was yesterday's topic. Today what we are going to study about how the acids are classified on the basis of their basicity. On the basis of basicity, how do we classify them, right? So let's start this. First of all, let's understand the meaning of this basicity. What is the meaning of this basicity? This term, that is basicity, right? All right. So the term basicity generally means number of H plus ions donated, right? I'll tell you. Basicity, it means number of H positive ions given, or we can say that H3O positive ions given or dissociated, right? For instance, if I'll say that this is HCl, right? So this HCl, on treating with water, in the presence of water, it will give H positive and Cl negative. It will dissociate like this, right? So how many H positive ion is given by this HCl? One H positive ion. So I'll say that the basicity here of HCl is 1. The basicity of HCl is 1, right? So here basicity is 1. If I'll say H2SO4, so on treating it in the presence of water, on dissolving it in water, what will happen? It will dissociate to give H positive and SO4 2 negative. So here 2H positive will be released. 2H positive will be released. So I'll say that the basicity of H2SO4, basicity of H2SO4, how many H plus ions are being dissociated, are being given by this H2SO4? I'll say that there are 2 hydrogen ions. So the basicity here is 2. Understood? So this is what we say the basicity. Basicity means number of H plus ions donated, right? Dibasic, tribasic. So number of H positive ions donated are known as basicity. Let's read this from the book. Right. All right, fine. See what they are saying, the basicity of an acid is defined as the number of hydronium ions. They have written it as H3O positive, or we can say it as H positive also, number of H positive ions donated, or H3O positive, both are same. That can be produced by ionization of one molecule of that acid in aqueous solution. Basically number of H plus ions or H3O positive ions donated. This is what I have explained here, right? Same. Now it has classified into, generally it is classified into 3 types. Monobasic, which gives 1 H plus ion or 1 H3O positive ion. Diabasic, in which it dissociates to give 2 H3O positive ion. You can see here 2 hydronium ions, 2 H3O positive ion. And triabasic, is, this is triabasic, which on dissociating with water gives 3 hydronium ion. We will discuss it in detail now. Let's start with monobasic acids. Acid which on ionization produce 1 hydronium ion, 1 H3O positive ion. Like in the presence of water, ये H plus इसके साथ जुड़ जाएगा. This H plus will form bond with this H2O. So what will form? What will it form? H3O positive. This is H2O plus 1, add कर दो H, so it will become H3. H3O and 1 positive charge with the charge negative, with Cl negative. Alright. Other examples of monobasic acids are HBr, HNO3, HI, CH3, COH, etc. Moving to diabasic. Okay, one star point is given here. Let's read this. It must be emphasized here that the basicity of an acid depends not on the number of hydrogen atoms in one molecule of that acid, but on the number of ionizable hydrogen. That's very very important point they are saying कि ये हाइड्रोजन पे डिपेंड नहीं करता है, सिर्फ एटम पे डिपेंड नहीं करता, it depends upon the number of H plus ions given. फॉर इंस्टेंस अगर आप यहाँ पे इन जनरल आप इफ़ यू लुक हेयर देन यहाँ पर एक हाइड्रोजन है एंड इट इज़ डिसोशिएटिंग टू गिव 1 H प्लस आयन, ठीक है. यहाँ पर 2 हाइड्रोजन है एंड इट इज़ डिसोशिएटिंग टू गिव 2 H प्लस आयन. यार ब्लर, right. So this is here one hydrogen atom and it is dissociating to give 1 hydrogen atom, so basicity 1. Here 2 hydrogen atom, so it is dissociating to give 2 hydrogen atom, 2 hydrogen ion, so basicity is 2. It's not every time, it's not the right we cannot just by looking the molecule we cannot judge whether ये दो ही molecules atoms hydrogen ion के देगा, ions देगा या नहीं देगा. It is not obvious every time. Why? For instance this is CH3COOH, right. So according to this अगर हम खाली शक्ल देख के हम बताएं that here 2 hydrogen है so monobasic, 1 hydrogen है so sorry 2 hydrogen है तो dibasic, 1 hydrogen है तो monobasic. So if I look this molecule then here we have 4 hydrogen atom, we have 4 hydrogen atoms, so according to it should be tetrabasic, but actually it is monobasic. Why? Because this CH3COO negative will remain as it is, it will remain undissociated and 1 H plus ion will be released. H plus ion सिर्फ एक release होगा. So you are getting that we cannot just by looking the number of hydrogen atom in the molecule we cannot judge that it will release the same amount of hydrogen ions. It is not obvious every time, right. So this is what they have explained, that they have reacted it with water and on reacting a hydrogen it will combine with this to form hydronium ion. So it is monobasic although it has 4 hydrogen atom in its molecule, right. Now moving to the next, that is diabasic in which 2 hydronium ions per molecule are produced, are dissociated. For example, these are the examples, these are the molecules which always produce the 2 hydronium ions per molecule, right. They have given an example like H2SO4. H2SO4 में से पहले एक हाइड्रोनियम आयन निकला and बचा HSO4 negative. We have released 1 hydrogen from here, so क्या बचा यहाँ पर HSO4. Out of 2 I have taken 1 hydrogen and have bonded with this, so यहाँ पे क्या बचा HSO4 negative. This HSO4 negative will further react with water और ये भी हाइड्रोजन यहाँ से निकल जाएगा to form H3O positive और लास्ट में क्या बचेगा SO4. Now what about this 2 negative? See, यहाँ पे it was neutral. I have taken 1 positive charge. So to balance that I have to add here a negative charge. यहाँ से positive निकाला मैंने तो यहाँ पर इसके पास एक negative extra हो गया, right. Already it had one more negative, it has 1 negative charge. Further I have taken यहाँ से H positive एक और निकाल लिया. So इसके ऊपर एक और नेगेटिव चार्ज ऐड ऑन हो जाएगा. 1 more negative charge will add here, so it will become SO4 2 negative. Overall it will become SO4 2 negative. Same happens in case of this carbonic acid, right. Okay, now what are they saying, that this NaOH if reacts with H2SO4 और यहाँ से HSO4 जुड़ता है, मतलब सिर्फ एक हाइड्रोजन निकलता है, then it will become an acidic salt. On the contrary, if I'll take both the hydrogen, दोनों हाइड्रोजन यहाँ से निकाल दिया और OH यहाँ से निकाल दिया, so it will become a normal salt, it will not become an acidic salt. Now they are saying that H3PO3 is a diabasic acid because in oxy acids of phosphorus hydrogen atom which are attached to oxygen atom are replaceable, right. So they are saying that it is a diabasic acid. Diabasic acid, here there are 3 hydrogens but only this hydrogen and this hydrogen will dissociate. ये वाला hydrogen will not dissociate, ठीक है. Because only these 2 hydrogens will dissociate to give H positive or you can say H3O positive. So it is a diabasic acid. Moving to the third example, that is triabasic, in which 3 H plus ions have been released, right? So the example is H3PO4 and citric acid. Citric acid is C3H5O COOH whole thrice. This is citric acid. Now let's take an example of H3PO4. इसने पहले यहाँ से एक हाइड्रोजन निकाला, H3O positive is formed. बचा क्या यहाँ पर? I have taken one hydrogen, H plus I have taken. So H2 will left PO4 with a charge, negative charge. Why? Because I have taken positive, so to balance it I'll add a negative charge. Now further if I'll remove one more H positive, so यहाँ क्या बचेगा? Only one hydrogen will left here, HPO4. HPO4. Now this one negative charge के ऊपर एक और negative charge आ जाएगा and it will become 2 negative. Lastly, I am releasing one more H positive, so at last it will become PO4 3 negative. Right? Triacids can form 2 different acid salts and 1 normal salts. अच्छा, अभी अगर हम ये जो दो सॉल्ट, ये जो दो आयन्स है, इनका अगर मैं किसी बेस के साथ रिएक्शन कराऊं, सो ये दोनों के दोनों जो सॉल्ट बनाएंगे दैट विल बी एन एसिडिक सॉल्ट. Right? You can see here H2PO4 is a acidic salt. मोनोसोडियम डाइहाइड्रोजन सल्फेट is an acid salt. क्योंकि इसके अंदर अभी थोड़ी एसिडिटी रह गई है. यहाँ से एसिडिक कैरेक्टर यू कैन सी, दिस इज द एसिडिक कैरेक्टर. ये भी एसिडिक कैरेक्टर रह गया. सॉरी, इसमें कोई एसिडिक कैरेक्टर नहीं है, बट इसमें एंड इसमें एसिडिक कैरेक्टर रह जाते हैं. So it can form 2 normal salts, 2 acid salts and 1 normal salt. Right? Now let's move on to the next topic, that is the meaning of concentrated acid and dilute acid. So see, there is a difference between concentrated and dilute and strong and weak. Strong and weak अलग हुए, concentrated and dilute अलग हुए. Concentrated means when we have a very small amount of water present in a particular acid, we call it as a concentrated acid. When the amount of water is very less. Dilute acid means when the amount of water is more in particular acid, we call it as a dilute acid. Now there is a difference. Strong and weak acid. Strong and weak acid means स्ट्रॉन्ग एसिड वो हुआ जो ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा H पॉजिटिव आयन दे सकता है. आई टोल्ड यू yesterday that if there are millions of molecule of HCl, then all the molecules, not even a single molecule, will remain undissociated. All the molecules will dissociate to give H positive and Cl negative. But if I am talking about acetic acid, CH3COOH, then I am not sure that all the molecules will dissociate. It is not obvious. Some of the molecules will remain undissociated. So that is an example of weak acid. This is what they are saying. Concentrated means amount of acid present in a definite amount of its aqueous solution. So they are saying a very small water or no water is called concentrated acid, while an acid contains far more amount of water than its own mass is called dilute acid. Okay. Now there is a question which is there in this box. The question is that if we want to dilute an acid, right? I want to dilute a particular acid. Let's say this is a beaker and it contains concentrated acid. This is concentrated HCl. And this is another beaker. It contains H2O. So I have to dilute it. I want to dilute it. What should I do? Should I add water in acid or should I add acid in water? What should I do, which is the right process? So see, there are 2 options. Let's assume okay, I'll just directly tell it to you. See, it is always advisable to add acid in water by constantly stirring. मीन्स देयर इज़ अ स्टिरर, ऐसे ग्लास रॉड टाइप होती है, उससे हम उसको स्टिर करते हैं, जैसे मतलब उसको जैसे लाइक अ स्पून वी यूज़ टू शेक इट, है ना, इस तरह से हम उसको स्टिर करते हैं. एंड बाय कॉन्स्टेंटली स्टिरिंग वी शुड पोर एसिड इन वाटर. वी शुड पोर एसिड इन वाटर. वाई? बिकॉज अगर मैंने उल्टा किया, लाइक आई एम एडिंग वाटर इन एसिड, ठीक है, दिस इज़ अ कॉन्सेंट्रेटेड एसिड एंड आई एम एडिंग एसिड वाटर इन एसिड. सो ये वाटर आया 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 और एक ड्रॉप वाटर की यहाँ पर अंदर डिजॉल्व हो गई. एज सुन एज अ वाटर विल dissolve in it even a single drop of water, what will happen, ये acid बहुत ज़्यादा concentrated है, बहुत strong acid है, ठीक है. So what will happen, it will react vigorously, it will react vigorously. And since this reaction, the mixture is mixing is exothermic process, मिक्सिंग इज एक्सोथर्मिक प्रोसेस. सो एक बूंद जैसे ही पानी की मिली इस कॉन्सेंट्रेटेड एसिड को, इट विल स्टार्ट रिएक्टिंग विगरसली एंड इट विल प्रोड्यूस अ लॉट अमाउंट ऑफ हीट, विद द रिजल्ट ईदर इट विल स्प्लैश आउट ऑन योर फेस और इट विल ब्रेक द कंटेनर, ब्रेक द ग्लास. इतना ज़्यादा अमाउंट ऑफ हीट निकलता है कि ग्लास एकदम आपका ब्रेक हो जाता है, राइट. On the contrary, if I'll add acid in water, so what will happen, I have added one drop of concentrated acid in the whole water. Water is neutral, it do not react, right. So वो जो एक drop water concentrated acid की आएगा, it will dissolve in it by constantly stirring, it will dissolve in it. फिर दूसरा ड्रॉप आएगा, वो भी अपने धीरे धीरे वाटर डिजोल्व करता जाएगा. येस, रिएक्शन इज एक्सोथर्मिक. सो क्या होगा ना, एक बूंद एसिड को संभालने वाला पूरा इतना सारा वाटर होगा. सो रिएक्शन एक्सोथर्मिक हीट विल बी रिलीज्ड, बट इट विल नॉट ब्रेक द ग्लास नॉर इट विल स्प्लैश आउट, इट विल बी कंट्रोलेबल अमाउंट ऑफ हीट, right. This is what is written in this bracket. Okay. So there is a point that is saying concentration of an acid simply tells us the amount of water present in the acid and not the strength of an acid. This is what they are saying, which I have just explained you, the difference between concentrated and weak, the difference between concentrated, weak and strong and concentrated and dilute, and weak and strong. So weak and strong means strength, उसकी कितनी स्ट्रेंथ है, स्ट्रेंथ मीन्स कितना स्ट्रॉन्ग एसिड है, कितना वीक एसिड है, दैट इज व्हाट वी कॉल्ड एज द स्ट्रेंथ. एंड concentrated and dilute is two different thing. Concentrated, dilute and strength are two different thing. So जैसे कि weak acid अगर हम बात करें, that is acetic acid, ठीक है, और dilute acid की मैं बात करूँ, HCl ले लूँ मैं, ठीक है, still dilute HCl is much more acidic as compared to concentrated weak acid. अगर मैं concentrated weak acid ले लूँ, concentrated weak acid मतलब acetic acid ले लूँ, concentrated weak ले लूँ और dilute strong ले लूँ, dilute strong acid जैसे कि HCl हो गया, तो वो dilute वाला भी still much more acidic than concentrated weak acid, क्योंकि उसकी strength weak हो गई ना, उसकी strength weak हो गई. Concentrated and dilute just means that the amount of water I am adding, right, but strength means वो कितना H plus ions dissociate कर रहा है. I'm sorry, I should not write it in the book, I should have explained it on the pages, right. So they have given the formula degree of ionization. Degree of ionization means to what extent does it ionizes, right. The formula is number of acid molecules ionized upon total number of molecules into 100. So here we'll get the degree of ionization. So they are saying अगर कोई 30% से ज़्यादा ionize हो रहा है, so that is termed as strong acid, and if the ionization is less than 30%, so we call it as a weak acid, right. Now we will study how do we prepare acid. From here we'll start learning all the reactions, and you all have to learn the reaction. यहाँ पे मेरा काम थोड़ा कम हो जाता है, and from your side आपका काम थोड़ा आपका increase हो जाता है, because this is a learning part, right. Okay, so first of all, how acids are produced. Binary acids containing are prepared by this method. So the first method of preparation of acid is directly by combining non-metal with hydrogen, we'll get acids. Secondly, either we react acidic oxides with water. So here different type of acids are formed. You all have to learn all these reactions. मेरा पढ़ाना बहुत आसान है यहाँ पे, but आपका learning part बहुत ज़्यादा बढ़ जाता है. One most important thing, that by combining acidic oxide and water, we'll just get oxo acids. We can only get oxo acids. You can see these all are oxo acids in which oxygen is combined, right. So for the preparation of HNO3, what are they saying? NO2 is called mixed or double acid anhydride because two acids, nitrous acid and nitric acid are formed in reacting with it. So ये इक्वेशन कभी कभी एग्जाम में आ जाती है कि ऐसे लाइक वो एक गैस बताओ जो वाटर के साथ रिएक्ट करके दो एसिड्स प्रोड्यूस करती है. इस टाइप का एग्जाम में क्वेश्चन आता है. सो यू शुड रिमेंबर दैट इट इज़ NO2 विच रिएक्ट्स विद वाटर टू फॉर्म nitrous oxide as well as nitric oxide, right? If I'll oxidize non-metals, then also I can get acid with water and oxide, it's oxide, right? डायरेक्टली इफ आई डिस्प्लेस सॉल्ट बाय लेस वोलेटाइल एसिड तो क्या होगा, NaSO4 बन जाएगा. डबल डिस्प्लेसमेंट रिएक्शन. Simple example, Na will react with SO4, H will react with Cl, so HCl will form. Similarly here, H will react with NO3, Na2SO4 with the release of HNO3. Right. Now next, moving on, what are the properties of acid? Right, what are the properties? So far we have studied their physical properties, that they generally are sour in taste and we cannot taste them. Again I'm repeating, we cannot taste all of the acids. Some of the acids we can taste and we used to taste, but not all the acids, like mineral acids. And generally mineral acids are highly corrosive, बहुत ज़्यादा corrosive होते हैं. So they are again saying that they should not be tasted. ठीक है. मैंने आपको कल आई थिंक एग्जाम्पल भी बताया था कि फ्यूम्स से मेरी जब वो आई में गया, आई वॉज फीलिंग एज इफ मेरी आई को किसी ने जैसे एकदम जैसे स्किन को एकदम ऐसे नेल उससे ब्लेड से ऐसे छील, मतलब दो पार्ट्स में डिवाइड करते हैं ना, आई वॉज फीलिंग द सेम that time. So yeah, really students, whenever you will go in chemistry lab, whenever school will reopen, please it's a humble request, please be very much careful with all the acids as well as bases. बहुत ज़्यादा बच्चों को नुकसान हो जाता है. Moving to the next, physical state. So they generally, some acids are solid and some are liquid at room temperature. You can see here that these all acids are solid acids. Phosphoric acid, citric acid, tartaric acid, oxalic acid. Oxalic acid salt या white जैसे नमक होता है ना, उसके फॉर्म में होता है. बोरिक एसिड भी नमक जैसा ही होता है. अच्छा, बोरिक एसिड आप लोगों ने ना यूज़ किया होगा अपनी डे टू डे लाइफ में. एक पाउडर सा आता है, आपको केमिस्ट की शॉप पे जनरली मिल जाएगा, छोटे सी एक डिब्बी में आता है, वो पाउडर्ड फॉर्म में होता है. बहुत काम की चीज़ होती है, आई वॉश वगैरह करने के भी काम आता है, स्किन पे भी एंटीसेप्टिक होता है. येस, दिस इज़ व्हाट आई वाज रिमेंबरिंग, दिस एक्ट एज एन एंटीसेप्टिक, वेरी गुड एंटीसेप्टिक, राइट. ओके, सो नेक्स्ट इज दीज आर वोलेटाइल एसिड्स. सो इसमें से HCl एंड यू कैन सी HCl, HNO3, H2SO4, these all are volatile. So as soon as you will open their bottle, so the fumes will directly come out. So you have to be very much careful in opening them, क्योंकि these are mineral acids. ये सारे तो, although carbonic acid is also mineral acid, but थोड़ा weak हो जाता है. ये तीनों weak हो जाते हैं, but ये तीनों के तीनों, these are very strong as well as volatile. So as soon as you will open their cap, the fumes will come, right? So ये क्या कह रहे हैं, vaporize easily, that is at room temperature or heating above 100 degrees Celsius, they vaporize easily. Last, sulfuric acid, it is a non-volatile acid. H2SO3, sorry, this is H2SO3 and this is H2SO4. So जो मेरी आँख में गिरा होगा, it must be either HCl या HCl ही था, I remember it. Okay, next is effect on skin. So all minerals have corrosive and cause painful burns and blisters. Concentrated H2SO4 chars the skin, it chars the skin, means it will directly convert your skin to black, मतलब रैश नहीं, ashes में convert हो जाएगा, right? HNO3 will convert into yellow आपके skin को, and HCl amber color. Basically आपको burning sensation सी feel होती है, और ये बहुत dangerous भी होता है. There is one acid which is the strongest acid, we call it as oleum. Oleum is that acid from which sulfuric acid is prepared. Sulfuric acid is known as king of acids, right? So king of acid जो ये oleum sulfuric acid है, it is prepared from oleum. ठीक है, oleum को कहते हैं, in Hindi we used to call it as कच्चा acid. So it is very strong acid, and ऐसा जनरली बोला जाता है कि अगर आप उसको किसी भी चीज़ पे रख दोगे, नॉट एवरीथिंग, कहीं ना कहीं तो वो, मतलब कोई ऐसी चीज़ तो होगी जिस पे वो रिएक्ट ना करे, बट ये जैसे आपने किसी वुड पे रखा, किसी क्लॉथ पे रखा, अपनी स्किन पे रखा, सो वो उसको मतलब पूरा उसमें होल क्रिएट कर देता है. दैट मीन्स अगर आपने इस फिंगर में रखा यहाँ पर, सो फिंगर आपकी यहाँ से पूरा गायब हो जाएगा, बीच वाला पोर्शन. इट इज़ दैट स्ट्रॉन्ग एसिड, राइट. बहुत केसेस भी होते हैं. यू ऑल मस्ट बी नोइंग अबाउट एसिड अटैक्स एंड ऑल. सो yeah, like all these things are yes, it helps a lot. These assets helps a lot in our day-to-day life, in many drugs and dyes. But seriously, this thing like this acid attack and all, we should not, हर चीज़ के एक, there are pros and cons of each and everything. So generally these days people are taking more advantages of cons. So we should not do this, we should not have this kind of attitude. So you should also aware your friends that let's not, like, do not use this kind of acids in day to day life. Sometimes हो जाता है कुछ ना कुछ, तो ऐसा नहीं करना चाहिए कि गुस्से में आके कुछ भी कर रहे हैं. Fine. So last is they change the color of indicators. How do they change the color of indicators? So acid and basic mediums के हमारे colors होते हैं, जैसे कि these are indicators, right? So if I'll put litmus or methyl orange or phenolphthalein in an acidic acid, so what will happen? Its blue color will change to red in case of litmus. Its orange methyl orange का color orange से pink बन जाएगा, and phenolphthalein will remain colorless in acidic medium, right? Red cabbage extract, natural indicator, remains red in acidified solution and turns green in basic solution. Correct. So these substances whose smell or odor changes in acidic are olfactory indicators. Olfactory indicators means जैसे ही as soon as we will dissolve them in acidic medium or basic medium, either their smell will change or their color will change, right? So there are general day-to-day life एग्जाम्पल्स लाइक अनियन, वनीला, क्लोव ऑयल. सो इनमें क्या होता है, अनियन की जैसे एक स्मेल होती है, बट एज सून एज हम उसको बेसिक सॉल्यूशन में डालते हैं लाइक सोडियम हाइड्रोक्साइड वगैरह, सो क्या होता है, अनियन की स्मेल नहीं आती, फिर अनियन अपनी स्मेल लूज कर देता है. ठीक है. सो these types of solutions, solutions are known as, all substances are known as olfactory indicators, right? And all the acids, all the bases are good electrolytes. Very important point. Electrolytes, good electrolytes क्यों हो गए? Like this is HCl. As soon as I'll dissociate it in water, it will give H positive. So जितने भी free ions होते हैं ना, these are responsible for the conductivity of electrons. हाँ, तो इलेक्ट्रॉन्स फ्लो करेंगे तो करंट फ्लो करेगा. सो रिमेंबर वन थिंग, ऑल एसिड्स, ऑल बेसिस एंड ऑल सॉल्ट्स मेड फ्रॉम दीज एसिड्स एंड बेसिस, ऑल आर गुड इलेक्ट्रोलाइट्स, right? Moving to their chemical properties. What are the chemical properties? So the first is reactive with active metal. So generally reactivity series में हाइड्रोजन से ऊपर जो होते हैं ना, पोटेशियम, सोडियम, केदारनाथ का, कैल्शियम, मैग्नीशियम, एल्यूमिनियम, जिंक, आलू ज़रा फीके, iron. So all these which are more reactive than hydrogen will displace hydrogen to form salt and hydrogen gas, right? One most important point, ये बहुत एग्जाम में आता है, that it is nitric acid is a very strong oxidizing agent. So हम इसको हाइड्रोजन की प्रिपरेशन में नहीं बना सकते हैं, right? क्यों? क्योंकि वो हाइड्रोजन को ऑक्सीडाइज करके ना वाटर प्रोड्यूस करवा देगा. ठीक है. जैसे मैंने क्या करा, दिस जैसे I want this, instead of this H2SO4 I if I'm using this HNO3, so ये क्या होगा, इंस्टेड ऑफ ये तो बन जाएगा MnNO3 होल ट्वाइस, ये तो बन जाएगा, बट साथ में हाइड्रोजन गैस निकलने की बजाय ये इसको ऑक्साइड भी बना देगा, वाटर निकाल देगा. सो वी कैन नॉट टेक oxygen hydrogen gas from nitric acid. For that we have to dilute it by 1%. Point to be noted, we have to dilute it by 1%. Okay. So next is, as soon as they react with basic oxides or hydroxides, they form salts, right students? Okay, so the next third is action of dilute acids on salt. This is not coming in the syllabus, it is no more coming in the syllabus, right? Next is Yeah, question number this, no more coming. You can see I have cut it down, so it is not coming. We don't know exactly, but yeah, till now it is not coming in the syllabus. So next is uses. So abhi मैंने आपको already I have told you that boric acid is used for eye wash and antiseptic, and rest are the uses they have given. So your homework is to do these in text question. I think from question number 1 to question number 6 7 till question number 6 7 you have to do. Alright students, this is enough for today. Tomorrow we will start base. Not tomorrow, in the next week we will start bases. Right. Thank you very much. Bye bye.